What's up guys, GT here. So the Fender Stratocaster guitar is arguably one of the most iconic and most well-known guitars in the guitar industry. And if you talk to any guitarist about the Fender Stratocaster, chances are they either own one or they have played one, or at least have seen one getting played and love the kind of sounds people get out of it. The single coil pickup sound is something which is so unique, you can't really get it out of a humbucker as such. It's a unique sound in its own self, and that's one of the reasons I bought a Stratocaster in the first place. This is a USA Deluxe Strat, if you don't know. I majorly had two gripes with the Stratocaster since the time I've been looking to buy one. And the first one was that I did not appreciate the 9.5 inch radius that most Strats would have, especially the USA ones. I know Fender did something with a 12-inch radius, but those were like Mexican Strats. I wanted to get a USA Strat, and that's the reason I bought this USA Deluxe Strat. This is having a compound radius neck, which enables it to go from 9.5 inch radius on the upper frets over here to a 14-inch radius, I believe, on the higher register, so that you can solo easily and your bends are easier and the strings don't choke up and they don't hurt your fingers in any way like they would probably do on a 9.5 inch radius guitar. The second gripe that I usually had, and I've had this for a long time with the Fender guitars, I don't know what they're putting in the guitars nowadays, but the N3 pickups to me sounded such a big letdown in terms of the quality of tone, and they were so uninspiring for me to be able to sit down and play for this guitar and enjoy it the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Fender, the N3 noiseless pickups are absolute trash, in my opinion. In my opinion, they're a hot pile of mess, and I've tried a lot to enjoy them. They are dull, as I said. They are missing so much brightness. They are so low in output, and I just couldn't enjoy them for the life of me. And I've tried over many years to create presets, and that's probably one of the reasons that you haven't seen this guitar much on the channel. But the good thing about the Fender Strat is that it's very versatile, it's very customizable, you can easily swap pickups, and I was on the lookout to buy better pickups for the Strat. And that's when I saw my good friend Leon's video where he covered the Sir ML pickups that he has in one of his Strats, and I was instantly blown away with the kind of sound that he was getting from the Strat. So I've been forever looking for these pickups, and that's the reason I replaced the pickups on my Strat to the actual Sir ML pickups. This is the Michael Landau signature pickup set. These are coming from a Sir guitar, I believe, and this is the ML set over here, and what you see here is an SSV humbucker. So this is now an HSS. I changed this from SSS to an HSS sort of a configuration. You might ask me why I didn't do this process earlier. Finding these pickups is not easy, especially if you're in Australia. They are mostly not available in stock, and even if they are available in stock, I think they cost like $250 a piece, which is quite exorbitant to buy 3 of them. And I was, searching all over the different marketplaces, Facebooks and eBays and whatnot, and I was keeping my eyes peeled for a set if it ever popped up. And just a few weeks back, a set popped up where a person was selling a loaded pickguard with all these 3 pickups mounted on it for around $450, I believe. Now, I did not install the pickups myself. I am not that skilled as of right now. I took it to my good friend and luthier Ryan from Color Tone Guitars. Absolute legend of a person and a luthier as well. And he did a fantastic job of setting up the guitar and installing the pickups in. And as a bonus, we also installed like a push-pull. I'm going to try and not throw the light in your face here. We also installed a push-pull sort of system here on the bridge tone control, which kind of acts like an S1 switch, but a better S1 switch, which mixes the bridge and the neck pickups to give you that ultra twangy sort of a telly sort of a sound, and you'll hear some demos later. So these are the pickups. I absolutely love them. Here's a close-up of how they look like. It was having a white pickguard earlier. I changed it to a black pickguard because that's what we had. Finding pickguards also is tough in Australia, by the way. I don't know why. Authentic Fender ones. if you've ever changed pick guards, you would know that one size doesn't fit all. You need to get the best quality, and probably from Fender, and they're usually not available in stock. But as I said, if you're ever in Melbourne, a huge shout out to Color Tone Guitars, Ryan. Go check him out. Go see him if you need any work done on your guitar if you're in Melbourne. Absolute legend, and he will not disappoint you in the way he sets up the guitar. So what we're going to do is, obviously you're here for the tones. I'm going to plug in this guitar into the XFX2, and then we'll check out some tones. I'm just going to play one preset. I'm going to cycle through the different pickup positions, and you will hear how versatile the tones you can get from this guitar. So over to the tones. Make sure you remember that it's just one preset that you're going to hear. Hope you guys enjoyed those tones, and if you're enjoying the video, a sub to the channel would be really helpful, and I would really recommend it. Now this would be a good segue to check out some more distorted and dirty tones as well, and what better way to do it than to use an overdriven pedal. Let me introduce the Simble Overdrive. This is the Professor Mk2 Simble Overdrive pedal. Many thanks to the awesome folks over at DI Music who have been kind enough to send me this pedal as a loan to check it out and to try it out and create some tones for you guys. I really like a few things about this pedal. First thing is in red, which happens to be one of my favorite colors. Really like the aesthetics of the pedal overall. Really simple to use. It's got a true bypass switch. What I really like is that the pedal is very transparent in terms of adding the overdrive to your tone. It doesn't really affect the overall original sentiment and the character of your tone, and it's quite transparent, and it tries to really accentuate your tone the way you've already got it, rather than coloring it to a completely different character and changing your, sentiment of the tone, if that's a better word to use. Now there are 4 main knobs on the pedal, which I'll briefly talk about. You've got the level knob, which is pretty self-explanatory. It controls the overall level of the pedal. You've got the sensitivity, which adds or reduces the compression and the distortion that you want to add in or reduce in. And then you've got the contour knob, which acts like the tone control that you would probably find on other pedals as well. And then you've got the accent knob, which I really like, which is sort of like a presence knob in a way, but it also controls the pick attack and all the brightness that you get in the tone. So really versatile, and I really enjoyed kind of twisting the knobs and trying to create some tones for you guys. What we can do now is jump into an overhead shot of this pedal. As my good friend Leon says, we'll twist some knobs and we'll make some guitar noises. Let's go over and let's check out some tones. Alright, so what do you guys think? That's pretty much what I had for this video. Do you like the tones out of this pedal? If yes, then let me know in the comments below. I really loved it. I think this is a great pedal to have if you want that clean boosted overdrive where it's not coloring your tone much. And what do you guys think about the pickups that I installed on my Strat? I think they're really good. I think most of you will agree that the ML pickups, the Sir ML pickups, are one of its kind. I think they are really good sounding, very twangy, and they bring out the character of the Strat really well. Of course, the N3s, you might argue, had the same characteristics as what these pickups had, but these are so much more refined. Of course, they have a bit of noise, but I feel that in the process of making the N3 pickups noiseless, I think Fender sacrificed a lot in terms of the character of the pickups. And I feel they ended up being so dull that, I would pick them up. They were so demotivating to sit down and jam on that I would just give up after 15-20 minutes of playing and switch back to my other guitars because I just didn't enjoy them. But now when I pick this up, I kind of refuse to put it down because I keep on jamming and they're absolutely phenomenal. So let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I always read them. Really appreciate everybody who chimes in. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel, that goes without saying, and give this video a like as well if you like the content. Until I see you guys again, make sure you guys stay safe. Keep rocking, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.